to Hillbrow Mortuary there. Ngobile Madlala standing by. Ngobile, yeah, what is happening at the moment? Are we any closer to seeing that procession start its way to take the Queen back home?
Well, it seems so, Yuveka. As you can see, the vehicles are now going in. We do know that they will be exiting on the other end, but right now we are joined by Izinduna Esgotian. So you will know that the Queen also had ibutho lakhe, which would be oh mama from the royalty. I'm just getting out of there because the cars are coming in. So we are now joined by one of amabutho aba Izinduna from Esgotian. Mama, sacela usichazele ukuthi umama mhlambe siqale ngokuthi ibutho lendlovukazi belenzani lingobani.
Ibutho lendlovukazi liyisiphithiphithi sesigodlo sawakhangela amankengane ligeca umhlanga womama lihambise umhlanga ngaphakathi esigodlweni senkosi wakhangela besikuthokozela lokho kakhulu ngoba besikujabulela ngoba besakha isizwe sakithi kwaZulu singumbutho sabuthwa ingonyama ngathi siphithiphithi ingonyama besikujabulela ke lokho kakhulu namhla sephukile sidangene ngendlovukazi yethu esishile ebisasifundisa sifufusa sifunda senzela ukuthi nathi sakhe isizwe sakusasa sabantwana bethu esigodlweni.
Mama, ngiyakuzwa uthi niphatheke kabi kakhulu. Nginibonile nicula lapha nisho zonke izinto izibongo nimcelebrate futhi at the same time nimbonga ngokwenzile. Mhlamba nisichazele kahle kahle lokhu kucula kwenu kuchaza ukuthini?
Kuchaza ukuthi sakha isizwe samaZulu kuze isizwe samaZulu singafi siqhubekele phambili.
Mama, njengoba uNdlovukazi esekhotheme, ake ngibuze ukuthi kuzokwenzakalani kwisiphithiphithi.
Okwamanje isiphithiphithi asikakazi ukuthi kuzokwenzakalani ngendaba ukuthi sizozwa ngaphakathi esigodlweni ukuthi kuqhubekalani noma isiphithiphithi sisazoqhubeka.
Besike sazi ukuthi kukhona ungazwani kahle esigodlweni. Mhlawumbe omama bangathini nje esigodlweni?
Ngeke sikwazi ukuphatheka kahle makungeza ukuzwana kahle. Sithanda thina into yengonyama yethu nendlovukazi yethu iqhubekele phambili njengabomama njengoba kade siqhubha kunye nebutho lenkosi.
Siyabonga kakhulu mama. Well, Yuveka, that is ibutho labo mama, also known as isiphithiphithi. So the women that we are speaking about are the women that be in the forefront, especially when there's a reed dance. They would be the women that will help with the preparation, the proceedings as well as to how it will work on the ground. Now they're saying they were here to celebrate their queen and also to pay their respects. Also just highlighting on the fact that even though there are reports of the fact that the royalty, there seems to be some conflict that is going on. They are saying that they wouldn't be happy if there was a sign of conflict. They would like everybody to come together and be as a reflection of the queen that they are celebrating today. Now we're just walking with everyone. We understand that the vehicles will be coming out. Amabutho also in the forefront. We can see them there singing Yuveka, the continuation of this celebration, but at the same time, the mourning of the Zulu's regent.
Ngobile, if you can hear me, just explain where you're going. Is this the different entrance where we're expecting those vehicles to leave? I mean, they went in one way. Will they be coming out now from this gate where you are?
Yes, UV, we have seen the vehicles going in the one end. We are expecting them to come out here. We can see Amabutho already preparing, singing praises, singing in front. Singing. So we're expecting the vehicle to now come out here. You can see people have gathered, so we are trying to go through to see, to give you that kind of view. We do know that they will be coming out from this gate. Again, you can see there AmaButho celebrating. Even AmaButho Abo Mama, which is Iskitipiti, have also come this side. So they are waiting on either ends, just singing praises for the Queen, just singing for the Zulu regent. Again, they said she was a magnificent woman. She has played a big role in the ladies' lives and also in the young maidens' lives, saying that she was in the forefront and believed in people that were independent and had passed certain skills that show independency, and also saying that, oh Mama, the ladies are going to pave the way by instilling such great skills to the young ones. So we had heard from the young ones saying even traveling for them, it was new to them, having gone to the reed dance of Eswatini and also the Zulu reed dance. Again, we are outside the gate where we are expecting the vehicles to come in. Just further in, we can see Abo Mama from the Zulu nation just inside, again also doing what is similar to what is happening right here, just a distance, singing, celebrating and mourning.
We'll just head on over now to Mankoba Mkunu. We understand he is speaking to somebody involved in this tradition, in this ritual. Mankoba, if you can hear me, yes, what happens now as we await those vehicles coming out of that gate with the remains of the late Queen?
Well, Yuveka, we are expecting the body of the late Queen Zulu Regent Mansfombi Dlamini Zulu to make its way out of the mortuary any moment from now. In fact, from the far distance there, if I can just turn, I see Abo Mama, the women that have gone in there to go and prepare the body of Her Royal Majesty. They are currently outside here, and what you're seeing here outside now is the Zulu regiment, AmaButho, that have gathered here outside in a formation to go and bid their farewell and to say their farewell to the Queen Regent as she makes her way back to Wakangela Mankengane Royal Palace in KwaZulu. And what you are seeing here now is AmaButho singing and paying their respects, singing warrior songs that they will sing in war. But the formation that they currently have formed here is called Umbatisa, which means they are coming here to cover Undlunkulu as she makes her way out of this mortuary, making her way to KwaZulu. But joining me now to speak further is the head of Izinduna here in Johannesburg, Induna Umhlongo. Nduna uZulu uqemeke engegqiwantwala ngokudlula kwesilo, manje sekudlule indlovukazi ebeyibambela bukhosi futhi. Nithi njengoZulu lapha eGauteng?
Macingwane limele kakhulu sizinduna zamakhosi noma nje siyisizwe sikaZulu sonkana lapha eGauteng. Bafowethu asazi endlunkulu kwenze njani ngaphambili komntwana ogcine elinyazwa lapha eRandburg. Khona abaningi basendlunkulu esebeshile ngokukhothama. Namhlanje singondlunkulu la kade namanje asikaqedi ukuzila ngembube uqobo. Angazi kwenze njani endlunkulu. Sikhala kakhulu singuZulu, sikhala kakhulu siyinduna zamakhosi akwaZulu. Kubhlungu kakhulu kwenzeka, asazi kwenze njani. Besalungiselela okwengonyama, sekuqhamuka lokwaNdlunkulu obambile oyingonyama kumanje. Sikhala kakhulu Macingwane.
Okay, baba nithini nina ke kuyena uZulu njengamabutho? Imuphi ke umyalezo enawo kuZulu?
Besicela uZulu azothe, azile kukho konke lokho khona, futhi ungabikho ukuxokozela okukhona thina singuZulu, kube khona ukuthula. Ngisho amacala siwamisile ngoba sizodlula masahambe umuntu wasendlunkulu oyinkosi oyingonyama, asenzi lutho, akwenziwa lutho kwaZulu. Asizile, singaxabani, singaphikisani.
Akusichazeleke baba ngalokho okwenzakalayo manje njengoba nimile namabutho la, nihaya ingoma, nihuba yiphi ingoma, nithini?
njengamanje njengoba nje ihawu ngiligodle kanje kwamina uqobo ngizilile emndenini wami kodwa ngoba lokhu kuyi-new form esiyifaka njengoZulu njengamanje simi la silinde ukuphuma kukaNdlunkulu obevele eseyingonyama phela obeyi-regent empeleni ngesilungu njengoba silahlindena ukuthi simembathe njengoba singamabutho njengokujwayelekile aphumeke aye endlini yakhe okugcina e-KZN silimele kakhulu ngikhalela-ke abantwana baseNdlunkulu amazinyane esilo undunankulu kaZulu umntwana waphinda angene inyosi yesile beseduzane ngonyama umdletshe sikhala kakhulu bafowethu kho konke lokhu okwenzekile silimele kakhulu
kakhulu nje bana ke ngibukudlulele la I see also there's also induna umsimango who's also here from Ekuruleni nduna nizizwa kanjani nina niinduna zalapha eGauteng
hawu sesizwa sikhathazeke kakhulu sezinduna zaseGauteng ngokushiwa uNdlovukazi kade sisanda ukushiwa uhlanga lomhlabathi khona manje kanti ngaphambilini sashiwa izinyane lendlovu hayi sikhombona ukuthi uZulu ungathi uya ngokushabalala kodwa sinethemba sizimisa idolo ukuthi abantu abapheli uzovela omunye ozoma esikhundleni sengonyama lendlunkulu zaziningi endlunkulu kuzawuphinda kuqhamuka enye futhi ezophakanyiswa njengalela esidlulile.
Well, those are some of the sentiments from Izinduna that are here, of course, paying their respects. They're saying that they've also been dealt a major blow as the Izinduna here in Gauteng having lost yet another key figure in the monarchy, the Queen Regent, Umama Mfombi. This just comes just a month after isilo samabandla uGudus welithini kaBheka uZulu eKhotheme naye ngakho-ke the Zulu people saying that they really have been dealt a major blow. But we are seeing now inside and, of course, at a far distance there, some of Izintombi as well as Abomama who are inside here waiting to usher the body of the Queen Regent out of this particular moment. The Amabutho are lined up here in a formation, in a guard formation, to pay their respects, singing their songs, their war songs, their warrior songs, and also songs that they will sing when they want the audience of His Majesty, the King of the Zulu nation. So these are the scenes here outside as we await the body of the late Queen Regent to leave this mortuary here to make its way to the palace of Kwakhangela Mankengana. I'm just going to leave you a bit with some of the songs from Amabutho here.
Mankoba, we leave you watching that gate for us for the imminent departure there of the remains of Queen Mantfombi there from Hillbrow Mortuary. Let's head on over now to Ngobile Madlala. Ngobile, and you know, just listening to Mankoba's interview there, you'd imagine what a blow this is for the Zulu nation. I mean, losing two elders, two seniors, the King, the Queen. I think seniors is an understatement, actually. In about a month's time, I mean, what are they saying? How has this left them feeling? We understand you've been talking to some people in the crowd there.
very sad, Yuveka. A lot of them very sad. In fact, earlier on, we spoke to some of the nurses. They couldn't come on screen, and they had just finished with work, and they came here to pay their respect at a distance, saying that they wish they could be home to go and be with the royalty and also celebrate the Queen, saying that they were coming here to just pay their respect as much as they could. But joining me now is somebody who knows the Queen at a very personal level. In fact, has even worked with her. Mama, ngisacela nje usichazele ukuthi umazi kanjani uNdlovukazi.
Ngimazi kakhulu ngoba ezala ingwenyama yakwaZulu. Okhulumayo umama Dlangamandla waSophongolo, ozala ubukhosi basemanyandini, inkosi omkhunjini. Ngangena kuye umntana inkosi efika la kithi wangane ezogana, wayina 18 years. Ukufika kwakhe la wafika amasiko kithi sesingasenawo asephelile. Wafika umntana inkosi wangwane. Wawuvukuza lo msebenzi weintombi nezinsizwa nabo mama nabo baba. Esithathe sisekangwane. Thina esingabalide sizinduna zakhe. Sekangwane Facebook yonke lento yayenziwa le kangwane. Ngoba yena ezala ingwenyama yakangwane. Egana ingwenyama yakithi kwaZulu. Wafika intombi nto ena 18 years angathinto lutho. Wawenza lo msebenzi ukuthi nathi siwenze lo msebenzi ukukhulisa izingane ngoba wawungasekho lo msebenzi.
Mama, ubaluleke kangakanani lo msebenzi wokukhulisa abantwana kaZulu?
Ubaluleke kakhulu ngane yami la. Uyabona nje beindlovukazi umntana enkosi. Uyindlovukazi ngoba wafike intombi angazathi umuntu esilisa. Nentombi lezi esikhulisayo uma iqala ithandana nomuntu esilisa. Ifika intombi izala inkosana izale inkosi. Ukubaluleka bomntombi. Okunye ingane yakhona ukukhulisa ifike ifunde ithola ulwazi ingaqomi ingane. Ikhuli bengumama ibe intombi into. Ingene emzini intombi iyoba inkosikazi yosekela abanye amakhosikazi ngomenzi leyo ntombi. Njengoba nayo indlovukazi nje.
Mama uthi wafika kuwena nasebenzisana ukukhulisa lesizwe. Akungitshela wafike wathi nje kuwena.
Ngangigakho ngigida intombi ngijabona. Ngoba igakho kwami ngiba ngiyintombi waseyangibiza wathola ukuthi ngizalwa ubukhosi. Umuzala ubukhosi usondela kakhulu endlunkulu. Wayisethi ngokuba igakho kwakho ngifuna ukuphatha intombi zonke la. Sayiphatha ngenkombi waZulu. Ngaze ngabuya ngezala igoli. Nala igoli ngaqoqa umama. Ngindo mama la igoli abaphethe intombi njengoba uyibona nje. Sine intombi akuhlangahlangananga kahle ukuphuma kweintombi ngabe uyayibona. Akuhlangahlangananga kahle nabo mama sinabo la igoli. Umama uqala owezala igoli waqoqa izintombi la igoli. Ngiqoqa nomama Ayanda Nxumalo nobaba uMnomiya. Sammema umntana inkosi wangwane wezala igoli wafike walontsha intombi. Njengoba zinengangaka la igoli yimi lo nomntana inkosi indlovukazi isizwe samaZulu.
Mama uhlungu ngendlela ochaza ngakhona umaze kakhulu umama awusichazela uzizwe njani?
Angazi ngachaza ngithini indlela esilimele ngakhona. Angazi ngakhuluma ngithini. Inhliziyo yami libela kakhulu ngoba bengisekhwapheni kakhulu. Angizwa ngane. Bengisekhwapheni kakhulu imisebenzi emihle engiyenzile engiyenza ngihamba naye. Ukuthi kazi namhla kuzohamba nobani into bakunje. Into bangibona ngiphumele bani. Engihamba nehlanga lomhlabathi. Ngihambe naye umntana inkosi ngiye ko Eastern Cape ayikho indawo ade ngingayihambi ngapha intombi kanje nabafana sibe sibaqoqa sambe sobasoka sisoka abafana sibuye baba sibakho ukuthi kuzube indoda funa sikuyale ube indoda eqondile ayindoda edlapha ihambile sinomanjani sibaqala bengabafana ukubakha abantwana beze befike lesigaba namuhla mina ngizwa ngilimele uma kuhamba indlovukazi yakhe sikaZulu ingishiya ngingedwa beze behambe kanye nohlangana nomhlabathi abantu ade ngihamba nabo bengithuma ukuthi yanilena le awukumhlaba engawuhambelanga ngenxa yokuthunywa uye manje ngilimela kakhulu angazi futhi ngathini ezame ebhlungu kakhulu ngoba ngibuka lesizwe ukuthi sishiya nobani ngizoba yini mina ngedwa noma bekhona mama kufana nomsungulu wakhe ngicothe ngicela ukuba nginesifo sashukela.
Umama uqale nini ukusebenzisana kunye nomama beneminyaka emingaki ufuna ukuthini nje namhlanje mama njengoba
waganena 18 sorry waganena 18 kwaZulu emva meganena 18 wathi make uyoqala unyaka wathi methi 20 years wasibiza sasingamadlanzana singebaningi nabanye abasekho mama sinabo esaqala nabo walokho esithathe sisa kwangwane ethi ngifuna nobona umkhosi womhlanga ukuthi unjani nobona umkhosi womama ukuthi wenziwa kanjani nobona umkhosi weinsizwa umkhosi woselo umkhosi woselo angithi ugamelo ngamadoda kakhulu kodwa ngoba amadoda asahlala ematshwaleni abafana sebahlala ematshwaleni sikwazi ukubakhipha sibase lapha senze imicimbi emihle nomntana inkosi yankwane.
Ufuna ukuthini uma namhlanje kumama uNdlovukazi?
Angizwa ndaba.
Ufuna ukuthini kusizwe sakaZulu nakuNdlovukazi namuhla?
Ngithi ngeNdlovukazi lala kahle iNdlovukazi yakithi asinayo enye iNdlovukazi ngaphandle kwakho. Ngiyakhala kakhulu asinayo iNdlovukazi ngaphandle komntana engwenyama kaNgwane. Asinayo iNdlovukazi ngaphandle kwale namhlanje lele ngiyokuqala ngiyocela iNdlovukazi yethu le eyafika senze lokuhle kwaZulu. Ngithi abantu bonke balamhlabeni akukhombisa ukuthi kuleli Ndlovukazi yabo intombi lezi eziphethe kahle aziphathe kahle ziyeke uyophuza utshwala ngeke zizeyigana umntana inkosi iyo le ntate engayifuni ukuthi abaphuma etshwaleni nabafana baphuma etshwaleni ukuze isizwe sakwaZulu siqhubeke. Uma ngabe behamba ematshwaleni akazuba khona uZulu. Ngiyathanda ukuthi inkosi yami bonke umuntu wakwaZulu onengane ongumama ongubaba ayiyali ingane yakho ukuze kube khona abafazi bakusasa kube khona obaba bakusasa. Ilokho nje ngifuna ukusho esizweni sakaZulu ukuthi sukumani maZulu kulwe thina bomama nabo baba hayi ukuthi bese siyolwela ngabanye abantu. Ufuna wena mama ubophe isifoqiya sokuqinisa ingane ukuthi la ekhaya kwami ngifuna uqonde mntanami uzokwazi ukuthi ugane ube intombi into uyongena emzini uyintombi into.
Angibonge mama. Well, Iveka, you can see there, these are some of Izintombi. Umama says they have been treasuring in Gauteng and in KwaZulu-Natal and other provinces that they have gone to. She's just explaining to us how emotional this is for her, saying that she was very young when she met Ndlovukazi, saying that she had come KwaZulu at about an age of 18 years old and had started again. She says the traditions, the cultural of Izintombi, Umkhosi Wesizwe, which is the reed dance, had died off KwaZulu, and she came and she reignited that fire from Izintombi, saying that this is important. She says she traveled provinces with her, that she had gone from one place to another, reigniting this culture, and this is why this culture is so big again, saying that now she is very sad. She's sad to know that Ndlovukazi is gone, saying it pains her that she and other women that she had started with have also passed on, that she feels like all of this would soon...
All right, let's head on over to Manqoba Mqunu. He's been watching the gate on the other side there of the Hillbrow mortuary, where we saw vehicles waiting to leave. Manqoba, what are you seeing there at the moment? Does it seem like they're about to get going?
Well, indeed, Iveka, we're seeing the delegation now coming out of the mortuary, led, of course, by Abantwana, the princes of the royal family. So they are in front here of this entourage to usher Her Majesty, the late Zulu Queen Mansombi Dlamini Zulu, out of the mortuary. And of course, behind them, you'll find amabutho that are here ukwembathisa uNdlunkulu. And just behind amabutho is the hearse that is carrying the body of the late Zulu Queen Regent Mansombi Dlamini Zulu. As it comes out now, we are seeing Abo Mama Imbogoto also just behind this vehicle that is carrying some of the family members, also paying their last respects, singing with Amabutho, and ensuring that the Queen Regent is given a dignified and a befitting send-off here at the Hillbrow Mortuary where her body has been since her passing last week. We understand that she's now on her way back home. There it is, that hearse carrying the coffin of the late Queen Regent Mansombi Dlamini Zulu. And of course it is quite a sad occasion for the Zulu nation. Here behind the hearse you can see Abo Mama from Eswatini in Eswati regalia, as well as Amabutho, now ushering the Queen out, Ngengoma, Ngehugo, paying their respects to the late Queen. The hearse will now make its way out of here, and just in front there I can see quite a number of police, National Traffic Police, as well as the Gauteng Traffic Police that will be escorting this procession as it makes its way to the N17 through Emelo and through Piet Retief, where it will be heading to the Royal Palace of Kwakhangela Mankengane. We're just going to move a bit fast. Do excuse us if the visuals are a bit shaky, but it is the heat of the moment. It is the moment that many who have gathered here outside, onlookers, and the Zulu nation were here for, to bid their respects and their final farewell to the Queen Regent Mansombi Dlamini Zulu. We can see Amachichi there in the distant background as well. They were here as well from early this morning. We did see them earlier on as well at the hospital, going there to pay their respects. We are moving, I can see Umtwana Uvanana here, leading the Amabutho on where they should go and ushering the procession to ensure that there is a smooth flow as they are about to leave this particular site. And we are seeing some of the royal members from Eswatini, the entourage from Eswatini that was dispatched by His Majesty Umswati III, the brother of the late Queen Regent, here to come and accompany this delegation as they do this all-important job of fetching Her Majesty's remains here in Johannesburg and transporting them back home at Kwakhangela Mankengane in Nongoma. The procession is moving now, leaving the Hillbrow mortuary and making its way to the freeway where they'll be transporting the body. And I can see some members of the provincial government here in Gauteng, including the Premier as well as some of the MECs. I understand that 5 MECs will be accompanying this entourage, this procession, as it makes its way out, heading to Mpumalanga, past Piet Retief, into Opongolo. And we understand that this delegation from the Gauteng province will actually be handing over to the KwaZulu-Natal government once they reach Piet Retief. So Trace Singh out here is in Nyosi also paying their respects, and basho izibongo bayibongela uNdlunkulu odlulile. That's the hearse there, carrying the body of the late Queen Regent. Okay, we are moving a bit fast now, and we are getting closer to the police that are going to be escorting this procession as it makes its way out. And in the background there, you're still hearing AmaZulu singing and paying their respects to Her Majesty. And earlier on, we heard from some of Izinduna here in Gauteng, Ubaba Njomane, who is the head of Izinduna, expressing their grief, expressing how this has been a double blow for the Zulu nation, more especially since the king himself, His late Majesty Isilo Samabandla Gutu Zwelithini, was just planted a few weeks ago. And now, the Queen Regent, Mansombi Dlamini Zulu. Let's listen in as AmaZulu ehaya
ahlale khotheni kwanengoma gijimani ngendlela zonkana niyobikela abangakezwa lithi likhulu liyezela nyelela zilifanisa nendlovu emnyama yasondini izoshisa isikhotha zakwanengoma ungalento kagabela ayingangazoyehla igqutswana ngisho bathi bakwelula khuphele engqulwini eyakhinde emageba iyakushaka foste epitoli kwazamazamo MC Bhoda indloveni ebatha babamhlophe abelungu ibhube esilikandaba elimthende edlula shishiliza phakathi kwezintaba ezimbili kwelimasilo ngelimasilwanyana kwelasefristata waqhumagxuma ikanye ezala lapho cobekhulu yalalingalelo kabishop Khalema Ndebeleni ihlabelo lawo inkosazana uGqetha egale lapha kwaShamasi ndaba ezitha.
Wow, that is one of our Didieli Bamabutho here singing the Queen's praises and paying their respects to Her Majesty here. So we are now walking down, and you can see that procession being led by Abantwana as well as AmaZulu, and you can see here also Amachichi and Izintombi and Abomama. They are all out here to ensure that they give the Queen Regent a befitting send-off as she makes her final journey home to the royal palace of Kwakhangela Mankengane in KwaNongoma. Of course, it will be a long trek back to KwaZulu-Natal. KwaNongoma expected to arrive there just before sunset today, ahead of the interment of the Queen, the Regent of the Zulu Nation, who will be interred in the crack of dawn on Thursday morning. The hearse now making its way into Empire Road. We're just a few meters away from Empire Road. You can see the police here that will be escorting this particular entourage. But as we continue, it's back to you, Yuveka in studio. Wow, ululations here. Julas, I'll have to hand it back to you for now as we run our way here.
Absolutely. Those are live visuals you're looking at coming from the city center in Johannesburg, in the area around Hillbrow, and our reporter, Manqoba Mchunu, following that procession there. This is the final journey of Her Majesty, the Regent Queen Mandvombi Ladlamini Zulu, who passed on about a week ago. The final journey now being undertaken from here in Johannesburg, where she passed on to Kwakhangela Mankengane Palace in Kwanongoma, where she will be interred on Thursday morning. Manqoba Mchunu there covering that procession. You will see the color and you see the people there that are gathered there, AmaZulu, wearing their tradition with pride, showing their pride in their tradition and history and heritage. And you will have heard there those men referred to as Izinyosi. Izinyosi, a direct translation would perhaps be bees, right? Bees, just like a normal bee that you think of, a bee. Instead of calling them Imbongi, they are called Izinyosi, and there's a reason for that. I'm joined by Mabuto Ngobo, a producer here at ENCA. There's a reason for that, Mapolo, why we don't refer to these praise singers of particularly the late King Goodwill Zwelithini Kabheka Zulu's praise singer was called Inyosi for a specific reason. That respect for the name, because his other name was Mbongi, and it became difficult. How do you call someone else Mbongi?
Very true, Tulas. You're quite right. Because of the name of His Majesty, I don't even want to call it
yes,
out of respect. But as a result, they had to be called Izinyosi based on that. And these are the people who play a very important role. I mean, if you are a historian or if you are somebody who's interested in researching a history, they can serve as a source of information, because they talk about stories about what the king has done.
Yeah.
I mean, if you listen to the praise singer of King Zwelithini Kabheka Zulu, when you hear him saying, "Tulolalela umuntu omemeza usengathi uyakhala uyalela uthi igula likaJama lichithekile lichithwe ingqondo endala ngiyakithi kwamalandela waziwana isibindi ubuthelezi ngokusasazela umuntu akaJama emthuka bemcokofula." You can hear that it seems like there were some problems before he was made a king, so there were some challenges. So it goes back to what the other reporter was saying, that it's not new that we are seeing these squabbles there. They've been there. If you listen carefully to those praises of King Zwelithini Kabheka Zulu, you hear that.
In fact, the reason we allude to the praises of the late King Goodwill Zwelithini Kabheka Zulu while we are showing those visuals is specific in that those Izinyosi from time to time break into those praises, but also break into praises of other kings. It's oral tradition, oral history. Just before, we broke away from Manqoba Mchunu's coverage, they were just before, before he handed over to us, they were, saying the praises of King Dingan.
Yes. They started by the praises of the late His Majesty King Zwelithini Kabheka Zulu, and then they went on to the praises of King Dingan, umbombo shomnyam kabatelo kabatelo ngundla abulawayo. Uzibule bishele zikandaba ishisa upini nendodana. When you listen to those things and you follow the history of AmaZulu nation, basically it's talking about the incident that happened many years ago in 1837, if I'm not mistaken, before the Battle of Blood River, where Piet Retief and the group of Voortrekkers came there to Ondini to negotiate the issue of land. At some point later on at night, and then King Dingane told them to leave their guns and everything outside. But later on at night, he declared, "Bulala Batagaz."
Yeah.
And Bapagat Izulu Ababulawa. So it goes back to what we were talking about, the importance of praises. So even if you're not familiar with that history, the moment you hear you hear, oh, okay, the praise singer was there and he witnessed that incident when King Dingane was saying Bapagat Izulu, Bulalana Batagat.
Yeah. And as we watch those visuals, Her Majesty's mortal remains, the Regent Queen Mandvombi Dlamini Zulu, being taken to KwaZulu-Natal. In this particular instance as well, Mapolo, the history is enriched by the fact that she is also a daughter of royalty. the daughter of King Sobhuza II of AmaSwati, and hence this kind of fusing together of the traditions, but also that oral history will also have come from the other side as well. They also, AmaSwati, have their own rich oral history as well.
Indeed, indeed. You know, Zulus and AmaSwati, they have that history. At some point, there was that tension, because we earlier on spoke about King Dingane, Isilo Sasem Kungundluvu. There is a school of thought or the narrative that when he fought with his brother, King Mpande, Isilo Saganotwengu, I think it was in 1840s, somewhere there, he ran away to the northern part of KZN. Some, they say that he was killed by AmaSwati, but AmaSwatis are saying that no, it was not us. He is the only king among all the AmaZulu king whose grave is not known up to this day. So we're talking about this regent, queen. She played a very important role in ensuring that there is that smooth relationship between these two neighboring tribes or nations, because these are neighboring nations. They almost have similar culture. Even if you look at their language, it's mainly, the difference is mainly T and Z.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Mabutho Ngobo. We'll keep tapping into your knowledge and your background as well as we continue to cover this procession, the mortal remains of Her Majesty, the Regent Queen, Mandvombi Dlamini Zulu, being taken from Johannesburg all the way to Kwanongoma in KwaZulu-Natal. Our reporters stationed on the ground to give you live on-the-go coverage. But we do